How we doing today, YouTube? D-Ski from D-Ski Grills back with another cooking video. And today we are making pork street tacos on the Gateway drum smoker. Only a few ingredients we're going to need for this awesome cook. I will show you what we have. Let's go to the cutting board and check that out right now. So first, folks, we have our seasonings for our awesome pork shoulder. We'll be using the It's Incredible and the Williams Rib Tickler. Love this stuff on everything pork. And the It's Incredible is truly just that. I mean, it's a great all-purpose rub. So that'll be our seasoning, right? Now, all we're gonna do from the rest of these things that we see, these are our garnishes for our awesome pork tacos. So we have cilantro, traditional to street tacos. We have onion or cebolla, so we have white onion. We have lime. We will squirt that on these awesome tacos towards the end. And we have street sauce. Now this is a Ghost Ranch, but there's so many different street sauces out there. So we're gonna go with the Ghost Ranch street sauce to garnish these awesome street tacos with. We will also hit them with this red salsa as well, okay? So let's check out the star of the show. So the star of the show is a 6-pound butt roast. So I'm planning on this cook being no more than about 6 or 7 hours. We're gonna hit it with that hickory smoke, do a low and slow. In between, we'll use the new mister that I showed you in a previous video. It's the Mr. Barbecue Mister. So we'll add moisture to this beautiful pork roast while we're cooking, okay? I want to thank you as always for joining me. You know what we'll do. I'll take you to the cut board, show you step by step how we're gonna make these awesome street tacos. And as always, let's get cooking. Okay, folks, I thought I would take you outside, show you the grill setup for today. So starting off, we're going to use the CyberQ Cloud. That is the monitoring system to keep your grill just regulated, okay? So we have the fan motor in place, as you can see right here. We have the CyberQ. You can see what else we have on the table. We have chunks of hickory. That'll be added once we reach the desired temperature. We'll drop that hickory in and start infusing that beautiful pork butt with the hickory smoke, okay? So we can look inside the grill. Let's see what we have going on, folks. We're already starting to ash over. I did use a wax starter cube that I didn't show, and we have Fogo lump charcoal. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and get the lid on the grill, okay? Get this baby here set to where we're looking for 225 to 250. I'll set this at 250 where it says cook temp, and then food temp, we will put that at 165 degrees. We want 165 before we pull this baby off and wrap it. So things are happening, folks. It's gonna be a good cook. We're going to use this awesome Gateway drum smoker, and I can't wait to show you guys the final result. So I'll meet you guys back at the cutting board for the seasoning process. So before we get off into season this beautiful pork butt, let's check out the Share My Cook app, which is the way that you regulate from wherever you are, okay? You can regulate using this app your CyberQ to make sure your temperature is where you want it to be, and you can always view throughout the day if this is a long cook like this is going to be. You can always check the status and make adjustments if needed, okay? So here's what we got going on, folks. We have our pit temperature, as you can see, currently at 109. We are shooting for 250, so we have a ways to go on that, okay? Now, I also put in the food we're cooking. So we're making a pork butt. And if you remember what I told you, I want to pull this off at 165. We will get it wrapped, and at that point, I will set the target temperature for 200 degrees. That'll be our final cook when we wrap it up and let it come up to the final product, right? So just wanted to show you that. This is an awesome way of managing your cooking without having to just slave and stay right over the pit. Now, let's get ready to season this awesome pork butt. Okay, it is seasoning time. Look at this beautiful pork butt. Now this is boneless, so as you can see, the bone has already been removed. Okay, the bone would have been in there. We're gonna go ahead and get this baby seasoned up, and we'll start off with olive oil. I'm gonna leave this fat cap on and let it render down to keep moisture in this awesome pork butt. And you also know that we'll be using the mister. Okay, so we'll also use the barbecue mister throughout the cook, just to keep that added moisture. I'm gonna go on the inside, folks, so let's do that real quick. And I'll do a little bit on the sides here. Okay, that takes care of the top portion of this pork butt, and we're gonna come on with our seasonings now. All right, so we'll start first with the It's Incredible. Get us a nice coat, and we'll go inside as well. And on our edges. Okay, so we have that in. Now we're going to come back with our Williams Rib Tickler and do us a coat of that as well. This stuff, like I said, is awesome on pork. And it's gonna bring some great flavor to this pork butt. Okay, let's hit the side here. And we'll turn it over and do the exact same thing to the other side. Now, the idea behind this now will be to let this sit, let these awesome flavors soak in, and then the grill will be ready, I would say, in about 10 to 15 more minutes. And then, folks, it'll be time to just set this baby up, get the probes inside, and let the magic happen, okay? I tell you what, that Gateway drum smoker is a smoking machine, so I know it's gonna do a great job on this pork butt. Can't wait to show you throughout the cook how it's coming along, but more so than that, can't wait to show you the final product of these awesome street tacos. Okay, folks, we are back, and as you can see, we are at 208 degrees. Listen closely, you'll hear this fan, okay? So here's the fan. Okay, now of course what that fan is doing, it is pushing air down the tubes of the Gateway drum smoker and igniting and adding that heat to the charcoal so we can reach that desired temperature of 250 degrees. So what we're going to do right now, folks, is go ahead, because when you open the lid on the drum smoker, it gets heat really fast. So we'll go ahead now, add our wood, go ahead and add our awesome pork butt, and then get this thing closed back up and let it dial in, okay? So we'll do that right now. Okay, first things first, we'll get the drum opened up. We'll get our wood at it. This is going to be a great cook. Like I'm said in the past, man, there's nothing like smoking on this Gateway drum smoker. We'll come on back, folks, with our grill grate, so we have that in place. And then we'll go get the pork butt, sit that baby right there. So let's get that going real quick. I'll be right back when I get the pork butt. Okay, we are back. It is time to add this magnificent 6-pound pork butt. Let's get this in place. There we go, folks. This is it. We'll go ahead now and get our probe in. We'll go into the thickest part of this pork butt. So we'll go about here. Okay, and we'll be able to gauge the internal temp throughout the cook, okay? I just want to thank you guys as always for joining me, okay? We'll get back together in a couple of hours and see how the bark is forming up on this awesome pork butt. See you in a bit. Okay, we are back. We are about 2 hours into this cook, and as you can see, we are maintaining 249 to 250 degrees. Check out the food temperature. We are at 124 degrees. It is time to do our first spritz using the Mr. Barbecue Mister. So I'm going to put this tripod down and let you guys check out this awesome spritz we're going to do on this pork butt. So let's get this in place and go ahead and get this baby spritzed. Now I just have apple juice, apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of brown sugar in this mister, okay? So we'll do that right now. So you can see the beautiful bark we already have forming. Let's go ahead and get this baby sprayed down and get it back moist and closed up. I love this thing. It is so efficient, it is unreal. So in and out, folks. We have a nice coat of moisture on here. We're back closed, and I'll see you guys in the next hour or two. Okay, we are back. It is 4 hours later. We are at 165 degrees. It is time to pull this beautiful pork roast off, take it inside and get it wrapped up. I hope you can see this awesome bark we've already achieved. This thing has been coming along well. Take it off real quick. Plenty of moisture in there. Check this baby out, folks. Look at this beautiful pork roast. I'll meet you guys at the cutting board where we'll get it wrapped and we'll spritz it again, and then back on the grill it goes until we reach 200 degrees. I'll see you guys inside. Okay, folks, we are back at the cutting board, and when you're talking about a beautiful pork butt, this is what you're talking about, okay? Now, what we have here now is the beautiful color that we want. We have the bark we want to achieve, okay? Let me turn this around. Look at this thing. Absolutely phenomenal. Now it's all about getting the tenderness. But before we get this baby wrapped up, what we're going to do, folks, is go ahead and spritz it one more time with the Mr. Barbecue Mister. That's this. I showed you in one video where we did some ribs. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. We're going to shoot this down, add a little bit more moisture to here, then get it wrapped up. So check this out, folks. Look at this mister. You're not gonna beat this, okay? So we are adding flavor, we are adding moisture to this beautiful pork butt, and then we're gonna go ahead and get it wrapped up. Okay, so let's do that right now. We're gonna come this way on one side, back on the other. I'm gonna fold this up, and we will fold it up on the other side. So what I'm gonna do to lock in these juices and make sure we don't have any leaks is I'm gonna turn this 90 degrees, right? And then we're gonna come this way with the other piece of foil and roll this baby up. All right, this is gonna make sure that we have all the juices locked in. We'll do the same thing here. Close this off, turn her around, and close this side off. So very excited about this, folks. Now we're shooting for tenderness. So we're shooting for 200 degrees. We're gonna go back to the Gateway drum smoker, put our probe inside of here, and then when it hits 200 to 203 degrees, this baby's coming out, and we're gonna make some awesome street tacos. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Okay, we are back, and while we have our pork butt outside going through the final stage, and that's the tenderness portion of it, we're gonna go ahead and get our onions and cilantro cut up. So what I'm doing now is just taking off a couple of layers of the onion, so pretty much peeling back the onion, and then we're gonna get this baby chopped up. All right, so one good thing that's awesome with street tacos, of course, is onions and cilantro. It helps bring everything together. You get that awesome Mexican style flavor from the cebolla or onion. And that's what it's all about. So let's do that. I'm gonna turn it this way and just chop. So our onions are chopped. We'll get those added to the container here. And come on back with our cilantro. Okay, so with the cilantro, what I do is I usually try to grab a ball because I like it that way a whole lot better of being able to chop. So we just kind of grab it, come on down, get us a couple of good cuts on it. Okay, all right folks, and that is this portion of the veggie cut, right? So this is all we need for our veggies. We have onions and cilantro. So here's our cilantro, onions are on the bottom. I'm gonna get this closed up. Shake it up a little bit. Okay, so here we are. In the refrigerator we go. I'll see you guys once the pork shoulder is done. It'll be time to build these awesome tacos. See you in a bit. Okay, YouTube, I want to take a quick moment and show you where we're at right now. You can see that with the CyberQ, this baby truly helps you hold your temps. Current temperature is 251. The target is 250. Let's look at the food. Remember, we're making a pork butt. We are shooting for 200 degrees, and we are currently at 190. This thing is awesome. I've been moving back and forth, and during this cook, my daughter had a flat tire, so I had to go out and get a tire and get it changed. And the good thing about it is that I was able to monitor where my food was at while I was out and about. So I'm back now. We have about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to go, and this baby will be at 200. Okay, folks. 7 hours later, we started at 4 p.m. It is 11 o'clock right now. We're gonna go ahead and unwrap this beautiful, beautiful pork butt and get ready to make some awesome street tacos. So let's do that right now. Now, I've had it resting for about 30 minutes. So in reality, it took about 6.5 hours. So with this being a 6-pound pork butt, it took about an hour per pound to cook. Okay, folks, so look at the juice coming out of this thing. Unreal. Okay, I'm gonna move this to the side. You see what we have here? We have one beautiful 5-pound pork butt that we're gonna make some awesome street tacos out of. I'm gonna get some silverware. We're gonna go ahead and pull this apart. So I'll see you guys in just a second. But check this thing out. Look at the juices, folks. Unreal. I'll see you guys in just a second. Let me get some utensils and we can pull this thing apart. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna move this baby over. We can just get into this thing. Let's see what we got. Look at this, folks. Just like I thought, absolutely unreal. This is gonna be amazing. So we're gonna go ahead now, get this pulled really good. Okay, so I'll continue to break this down really good, and then we'll get started on making our awesome street tacos. I'll see you guys in a bit, but just wanted to show you how tender this is. You see how juicy it is? It is ridiculous. Okay, YouTube, we are back. So let's check out the final product of our pork street tacos made on the Gateway Drum Smoker. So real quick, all we did, folks, is we seasoned up a 6-pound pork butt. We cooked that baby for about 6.5 to 7 hours. Let it sit for about 30 minutes to rest. After that, we pulled it apart. Now I came in, folks, and what I did is I do these on the stove top. So here's tortillas. So with light oil, I fried my tortillas, okay? So let's go ahead and start building these awesome pork tacos, and then we can close this video out. So we'll do 2 or 3 right now. These are gonna be awesome street tacos. So we'll lay our tortillas out. We will add this beautiful succulent pork. Let's get that added, folks. These things are gonna be magnificent. Nothing like low and slow on a pork shoulder making street tacos, okay? Now, here's what we do next. We come back with a little bit of salt. We garnish it with our onions and cilantro. So you remember we cut that up. So let's get that added. These things are gonna be amazing. More right here. Okay, folks, now the magic. We're making street tacos, right? So we have an awesome blue top street sauce. Let's get that added. This is creamy hot sauce. A line of that. Now you can stop right there if that's all you want, okay? But I like to come back with a little bit of salsa as well. So now let's hit it with some salsa. And this is just a store brand, okay? Okay, and then just a little bit of salsa. So here we are, just a drizzle. Okay, folks, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe to my channel. Let others know what D-Ski Grills is up to. And as always, at D-Ski Grills, grilling is not a pastime, it's a passion. My wife and family and I, we're gonna sit back and enjoy some awesome pork street tacos today. It's Sunday, football time for me. And hey, I wanna thank you as always for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's not forget the garnish that makes it all possible, and that is the lime, folks. Hit that lime on these babies, and it's time to serve them up. Thanks again for hanging in there with me. I'll catch you on the next one.